Hi, guys. Thanks for joining my YouTube channel. Today, we will be discussing the Maurice and Kimmi live. They didn't, Maurice continues to, I guess, gaslight the situation about the Atlanta boys trip, saying that he said he was there, but, he answered no to another question because it was a two-part question. So I don't know, he's continuing to drag that out. The other thing that was mentioned was Kimmi says she hasn't worked in a hospital for over 20 years. So the rumors about her knowing Arion are false, that she's worked in a nursing home for that amount of time and she's never met Arion. She doesn't know anything about Arion. The other thing that they discussed was they are working hard to try to get Micah, who is another Scott brother, and his wife on the show. You guys saw them on a couple episodes ago. I believe it was the second episode. But they were there when they had the meeting at their home. So they touched on that. And they joked about, Martell, Maurice, and his antics and, his way of answering questions and answering it because he is a lawyer. He gets pretty technical with things. So, they're drawing that out. And might I add that they're a beautiful couple. They awesome couple. They talked about their honeymoon and how they had a wonderful time. They finally got to have a honeymoon and enjoy a honeymoon. And, how they are like the same people. They like doing the same things. They enjoy each other's company. It doesn't have to be a whole itinerary, they said. They love the beach and they love to eat. They're both foodies. And so they do enjoy food. And so I did indicate that they are trying to get Micah and his wife on the show. They did talk about doing some big things in Huntsville. I believe Kimmi bought quite a bit of property, and they are starting a realty company, a real estate firm. That is something that's in the work. They said their heart is with the comeback group and building up North Huntsville, where they live. And so I guess since that company had to be dissolved, their hearts are still in it. So they are still working toward that. They spoke about us seeing Kimmi on HGTV. And she did some other projects that really didn't make TV. We did see her on the HGTV. We all watched that. And some other things that she's done. But I guess they slipped up and said that she had bought quite a bit of land that they are looking to build on. But I guess that's going to play out on the show. So Maurice wasn't really supposed to talk about that, but they did. They also talked about Martell and Melody and how they're still in business together with the 40, I believe it was 40 acres, 40 or 46 acres. And, they said they didn't know what the stance was on that. But I may add that I believe from the knowledge that I've been given that the 40 acres had been sold. So Chris Fletcher did get that land sold. And that is pretty much what allowed Martell to get out of the stump that he was in, because we all know and saw that he had hit rock bottom to the point where Mel, had to even, help pay some utilities and bills over at the house so that the kids could still have their week on with their dad. So we know things had gotten pretty tight for him, but now we see him flourishing. We see, he started a couple businesses. He's been able to travel with his team, and so on and so forth. He did the launch of the Ines wines. He wrote the book. He published a cookbook and he published a book with the children. So I believe his money has started rolling in from that acreage that him and Mel owned. And I'm certain that Mel got her portion as well. And so that pretty much was their live. Kimmi said they have big things coming down the pike. She is being seen and talking to this young lady from Women Who List Atlanta. Her name is Tiffany. I think it's Tiffany Holmes, who is a real estate broker, lawyer. She's a real estate lawyer. And her and Kimmi is working together on some projects. So we might see Kimmi on a couple episodes of Ladies Who List Atlanta. But I know she is helping Kimmi on some other projects that she is doing in Huntsville with some acreage and land that she and Maurice purchased. I believe she purchased it on her own, but I am going to say her husband is involved. They also talked about a dating series, a dating event that they're working on putting together. They said, so if any of the fans would like to come out and just, hang out with her and Maurice, I think that's going to be the theme of it. It's going to be called Date Night. They're going to get, some couples together. There will be tickets being sold. It is for couples, no singles at this time. But they will be putting on a date night event where the couples could come out and hang out with them in Huntsville. And, there'll be a whole itinerary or festivities, activities to do at the event. Kimmi also mentioned that her and all the ladies and gentlemen on Love and Marriage Huntsville are on good terms. So they are on speaking terms and in friendly relations with everybody on the show. Again, Maurice did the normal Scott thing that him and his brother loves to do. They love to joke and pretty much throw each other under the bus. He said that Marceau was jealous of him because he always had to look out for him and take care of him as his older brother. Although people think that Marceau is the oldest, he's the oldest one. He's the wiser one. He said Marceau looks older than him and he acts older than him. That's why people think that he is the oldest. He also said that he's a very smart young man. He's very wise, and he's never going to answer the question in a typical manner. So whenever a question is posed to him, he's never going to answer it the way the viewers or anybody else expects him to answer it. He said he'll always have you, looking for more, having to come back a second time to get the rest of the story. So, that was pretty much it. That was pretty much it, with him joking about his brother and all the other things that we discussed. So thanks again, guys. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Thank you.